In this video, we're going to look at Western Kentucky, one of their favorite variations of four verticals, switching who's doing what. They do it at a few different formations. Right here, the first look we'll look at is out of 2x2. They end up motioning this guy right here, faking a jet sweep, and he goes to the flats. You have a slot receiver, he comes to this far hash. Tailback goes down the seam, and then you got a vertical out here outside. We'll play it, and we have three different looks, and we'll take a look at them. Right here, there's the motion. You can see right there, inside release on that linebacker, going to the far hash. There's the running back free releasing, vertical right there. On this look with this motion, even though it's a three safety look, they really don't roll very hard. But right there you can see he's going there. A lot of space out there, just throw it to the outside as far as if he sits down. And as you can see it played, here's this outside linebacker, probably who they're really trying to work on. They're seeing if he's going to collision and take that guy. If not, they're trying to throw that seam, especially if he's flying down on this jet sweep action. They love to throw that seam right there, right behind his head. But right here you can see he's dropping. So here, quarterback does a good job. Just check it down, get it to your guy right there. Fake the jet sweep to him. Look, try to hit the explosive play. It's not there. So just check it down outside to your guy. Right there on the 1st and 10, they get about 8 yards. So again, really interesting concept here. We'll look at it from a few different formations. But right there again, you can see just getting to four verticals with their check down with the back, with the jet sweep action right there, going to the flats. Just an interesting way to get to it. Make sure they switch it off right there. Not able to create an explosive play down the field, but then checked it down, got their guy in space, got a good gain there on 1st down. Same play here just from the bowl game. And right here again, you can see there's his motion coming across. He's going right there, that seam. On this play, they rolled as some kind of a coverage where the safety's getting off the hash, probably some kind of a one-high look. There's the back going right there down the seam. You got a vertical outside, and there's your check down. Right here, as you can see it, if you're glancing at this guy, you might be able to throw it through this window right now, but the quarterback sees that this outside backer was playing pretty hard, and there's a lot of space here with the seam. This linebacker does a pretty good job. He just gets just enough of that guy as he's going vertical, just enough collision to keep him from just running through this ball right here. That is a huge seam right there. They roll to a one-high look. Again, there's that guy going right at that safety that rolled to the middle, and it holds him, and that is a ton of space there after that safety got over the top of this outside vertical for that seam. So this is really what they're trying to do when they call this. They want those guys to roll down, whether it's the safety, whether it's outside backer, be extremely aggressive, and then get that running back in that seam for an explosive play. And obviously, if they would have dropped, just checked it down out there outside, and still just getting your guy in space, giving him a chance to make a play. There's another look here from the bowl game, and again, you see the motion here. They actually pull their guard there for the protection. He's coming across. Right here on this one, you can see it's a little bit different look than the last play. This is more of a quarters look, and right there is taking that safety. There's the back releasing. Quarterback sees that back releasing, and he sees this outside backer getting wide. So he knows there's no safety help with that safety that's chasing that guy that's dragging right here. So you can see that safety's so low. There's no chance there's any safety help here. So quarterback ends up, instead of throwing this on a line in that seam hole, he knows there's no safety, so he's able to loft that thing deeper than that 18 to 22 yard range that they talk about with four verticals on those seams. He knows there's no safety help. He lays a nice two ball out there, and the receiver's able to go make a play for him right there. So interesting look there against quarters. They took that seam that's going across right here. He stayed flat. This running back, no safety help, so he can put a little bit more air on it than he did in the last look against that one high look. And this corner right here got his back turned on that vertical. And again, good job right there by the quarterback, just kind of sorting it out, seeing where the safeties are and seeing where there's no help, and laying it out there, giving his guy an opportunity to make a play, which he does right there. We had this clip out of the double stack video as well. I got it here mainly for the reason that it's pretty much the same thing, just a different way to do it here out of 2x2. They switch who's running across, so right there, the outside receiver comes across right there. There's the outside vertical, tailback down right there, and there's their check down. So just going to give you a quick look at it just as a reminder, but then again, giving you a chance to see different ways that they ran this, still getting to those four verticals. They did a good job there by Army, switching it off and getting depth, not letting anything behind them. Quarterback sees that these backers are back, check that thing down, give your guy an opportunity to make a play right there. 2nd and 5 again. Great job by the quarterback looking for the shot. It's not there, so check it down, gets to his guy in space, and continue to get first downs, get the ball out there, make those guys tackle. That's what they do right there, end up getting a first down on just a check down. Some of the last play out of the double squeeze right here. They're squeezed again here to the boundary, and we'll take a look at it. We get the fly motion here, faking a jet sweep. As you can see, it looks like a bit of a quarters look. Those guys getting off the hash. He's coming across, a lot of depth there by that safety. Right here he's going outside, taking 2 for 1. He widened that outside backer. Now you got the corner wide. There is a huge alley there for that seam right there on the numbers. Great job there by the quarterback. Just a little bit of a fake, a little bit of a slide. Looking for that seam. Linebacker's collisioning. That creates a ton of space there for the seam. Drill it to him right there. Don't let him get in on that safety. All that where he gets a collision before he's able to get the football right there. Good completion. And then good tackle there by the safety. But right there you can see what happens if you think those backers or the safety that rolled down that middle field safety off that motion is going to collision hard. Now he vacates that area, flip it out there to him, and get your completion. Your guys running vertical with a lot of space. Here's a look here at a different formation. People get to the same spot. So right here they've got a fullback, they've got a tight end, they've got a tailback. So again, it's one of those concepts that if you're 21 personnel and that's kind of what you like to do, this could still be part of your offense right here. He's coming across that far hash. He's going up that seam. Got a vertical out here. Tailback ends up going out there instead of the jet sweep motion. Tailback's just swinging. And over here to that single, he runs an out right there to try to hold the safety, hold the corner, all that. Take a look at it. As you can see, there's a swing. They're getting the pull right there to block the C gap. Everybody's sliding the opposite. Little collision there by this outside backer. Slows this guy up. Angle here by this tight end into that seam. You can see as this is playing, that safety's way off. There's a ton of space here on this seam. He's going there, seeing that back. I think there's a little bit of a fake there by the quarterback. You can see his shoulders open to it, getting his eyes. Probably gets this outside linebacker to fly down just a little bit on it. And right there, good job. Quarterback sets his feet, drills it to him. Safety was actually rotating that way. So right there, this is a really good play. Might have seen the safety would chase right there on the vertical going across. We'll look at it one more time. You can see safety. He's coming across. He opens his hips. He's running that way. There's nobody left in that seam to play over the top of that tight end. You still got to put that thing on him. Don't let it get deeper than 22 so his corner can't come off and make a play. Good job right there giving it to him. And again, to your big guy, fullback, tight end type guy. Breaks a tackle from a corner right there for a touchdown for West Kentucky. He's going to look at a 3-by-1 type set. So 3 receivers over here. He's coming across, going to the seam, vertical, vertical. You got this tailback coming across, going to the flats. And right here, as this ball snapped, they started the tailback just a little bit early, trying to get this outside linebacker to get out there to him. You see he actually does widen it out, and he stays flat. Right there, there's the seam. You see the safety over the top. It still stays a too high look. He goes behind right there, and it could be a possible throw there to the seam right now. Now, obviously, that's probably a pretty tight look. That safety somewhere lurking. But right there, quarterback, I think this thing's getting a little condensed as far as the pocket. So he kind of resets his feet, flips it out there to the check down, gets a completion, and makes a guy miss right there and gets about 3 or 4 yards. Not a huge gain, but again, trying to take a shot, seeing if they can create a big play. It's not there, so he checks it down. They do a really good job throwing these 4 verticals and making sure they get completions, whether it's on the check downs, whether it's on the outside, whether they're reading vertical or whatever it is. But again, could have possibly drilled it in there. Didn't like it for whatever reason. Make sure he gets a completion, especially on first down. And they get about 3 or 4 yards. Stay on time as far as the down and distance, and continue to move. Another 3-by-1 set, this time in a tray set. Have their tight end over here. Slot receiver coming over here to this far hash. You got this tight end going behind, going to the seam. Vertical right here. Tailback probably going to start a little bit early, going to the flats. Right here you can see it starts off as a 1 high look. Maybe playing deep third here with that leverage that he's got right there. But we'll play it and see what happens. Ball gets snapped. There's the release going behind. He's coming across right here. Tailback's actually faking cross right there, trying to get those linebackers to step up, which they do. They slide that way a little bit. Quarterback looks here. It looks like he's looking for those seams, knowing it's a 1 high look. You see some spacing there between these 2 linebackers that he wants to exploit. Allows that receiver to get over there, and as you can see, as soon as he's behind that guy, he's drilling that ball right through the middle of that window. He does a good job adjusting across to it, puts it on his body, gets a completion before that safety can get down. And right there you can see that seam going. There's the check down. Obviously that seam's kind of getting a little jumbled up. If he wouldn't have liked this, maybe this backer stayed a little true on that hash. Didn't like that window. Didn't like this window because these guys get a little bit of depth. Check it down right there to your back coming across. But right there, was able to get a big completion there, creating explosive play. Saw that window, almost exploiting the same window that they do on the Y crosses, different things like that. But right there, you feel these outside linebackers on these looks where you know you're one-on-one with this corner. This outside linebacker is trying to make it 2-on-1 on these verticals. If you know that, now you can take advantage of it in that next window. If you can get this backer to step that way just a little bit, which they do right there. and able to take advantage of it with the big completion and explosive play. Not quite the same play, but the result ends up being pretty good. They end up throwing a seam here on and basically an outside vertical. So they bring the receiver here, there, and twins to the boundary. Bring the outside receiver there, faking the jet, going to the check down. He's coming across. He actually takes his corner. This tailback releases to the seam. This outside backer is playing zone. He steps up, probably thinking that corner is going to be around somewhere in that deep third. And there's the seam running right there. Nobody's left. So as you roll it back, you can see exactly what takes place right there with that motion. They roll down. Looks like he's playing some kind of outside leverage, I guess man, because he's chasing right here. So that leaves a lot of opening there. 2-on-1 on this safety that rolled to the motion, and they're able to put it right there on his body, get a touchdown right there on an easy completion. Right here to the backside, they actually fake key screen and go here by the fullback and the receiver. They don't go to that side. Not sure exactly why. Probably based off of numbers with the way that they rolled right here. So they rolled down, but they didn't change anything over here. The numbers were not great over there, staying about 4-on-2. So he went up there to that 3-on-2 side. He was able to create a big completion there with that corner chasing. A little bit of miscommunication with that safety rolling down on that motion. So interesting way to do it right there. They didn't have the outside vertical, but I guess they weren't too worried about the corner. They knew that they were going to get 2-on-1 there with that motion for the check down and that seam